Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Terrific Tuesday, taking care of business Tuesday, whatever it is that floats your boat Tuesday. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping here, for sitting with me, chilling with me. I appreciate you so very much. Subscribe to my channel, you guys. Thank you so very much for subscribing. If you have subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed, do it. What are you waiting for? Touch that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time a video is uploaded. Cast Surrenders Love Inspirations YouTube channel is all about wellness, all about greatness, the greatness in you, our health, our finances, whatever it is that is helpful and well that I know of, that I'm given, anything that you share with me, that you guys share with me, I would like to share that on my channel. Any tips and tools that you've received from here, please comment. Thank you so very much. Once again, another reason to subscribe, just in case if you are getting any useful information, and if you think that someone else might be able to use it, pass it along. Now, we're still on the train of emotional control, and we're rounding it out. This is the last week, I promise. But this is such a huge subject because many of us, a lot of us, and all of us really have emotions. All of us have emotions, and we can, some of us more than others, can fly off the handle and have different ways, negative ways, that it impacts our lives. It hinders us from moving forward. It hinders us from forgiveness and all of these things. So that's what today I like to share with you. Some of the things that having lack of emotional control, the damning things that it does to us. We already discussed how it can how children are impacted, how adults are impacted. That's all of us, men, women, everybody across the board. There is no separation. Everybody, nobody is outside of the gate or the realm of being affected or impacted by emotional distress and being emotionally charged. So what we want to do is talk about and discuss ways that we can handle our challenging moments, our moments of, like, when we're at the heightened state of just being upset, angry, and mad. Yep, we already talked about that. Preview. Look at those videos that I've already posted. If you have comments, please post them. Want me to go over some things, expand on some things, talk about something else? Let me know. But staying on that train, just talking about the damning effects of having lack of emotional control, because when we have lack of emotional control, then we are like closed off. We close off from ourselves. Our mind tends to tell us that we don't need anybody, nobody cares for us, nobody wants us, or what good is that idea, different things like that. And I'm going over this because these are things that I experienced, and maybe you have too, and maybe you haven't. Maybe you haven't. Everybody isn't the same, but I'm sharing from my experience. And that's the vantage point that I speak from, and others that I've assisted in my work and in my expertise. I've assisted others who have shared these very same things. You know, you don't want to you gravitate away from others instead of going to others, which we need each other. We are empowering to one another. We're inspirational to one another. We add strength to one another, right? With the positivity that we have to give to others and to gain from other people. So staying on that train and pointing out those things that lack of emotional control, that's a little hard to say, but lack of emotional control brings into our lives that hinders us from forgiveness. It makes us want to despise others, speak against others, especially when there may be room to discuss and talk things over. Sometimes when we have emotional cabals in our lives, right? We have these times and these situations and circumstances, and they're so heated, and not to take anything away from that, because rightfully so, whatever happened did happen, and you feel how you feel. Don't never let anybody tell you anything other than that. No one can tell you how to feel, how much depth to have in your feeling, how much outrageousness you should have or not have. Feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. So that's why we need to work together to try to come to some positive ways in dealing with our emotions and dealing with rejection does happen in many different ways, and not just in relationships, many different ways. Rejection happens, you get no, things happen that challenges our stance and maybe what we believe in and what we think is true, what we think is not true, what we hold dear and near to our hearts. So we have to have a conversation, and we have to discuss and work on ourselves in self-evaluating, understanding who you are, understanding that, oh, I need to control this, I need to put some stoppers on this, and having accountability partners, which we've discussed a little bit in some previous videos. But having having accountability partners really helps. That was just some shine. That was just some shine right there. Vaseline. So having accountability partners really helps as well. I told you guys yesterday, you got to check out that video. My accountability partner, my love, my hubby. It's all good. It's all good. And we are straight because we talk things out. We have to talk things out, and you may not come to an agreement, but you can come to an understanding, right? We're all not going to think the same and believe the same thing, but we can have respect for one another. We can talk things out in a calm and rational way, however that looks for you, whether it's like at tea time or whatever. It doesn't have to be like that, but however that looks to you, I encourage you to talk it out. That way, forgiveness can take place. That way, misunderstandings can be stomped out, right? You don't have to have a misunderstanding concerning something somebody said that somebody said, or how you looked at me, or how you feel about me, or the actual words that you did say. Have a discussion about that, you guys. I'm encouraging us to talk things out. Teach your children to talk things out, to come to an understanding, whatever that looks like. And we have to show them at younger ages, because they're going out in school and at playgrounds, but not so much right now, but in their interactions with other people, they have to learn how to respond civilly and positively to other people, instead of doing what mom does, or what dad does, or what auntie does, and in that, they're going to reflect us. So in that's just going to happen. They're going to reflect us. So in that, means that we have to garner ourselves. We have to be accountable to ourselves as far as how we're acting, what we're saying, and not saying that it doesn't come from other places too, because there is social media, there is other influences out there that also kind of, I want to say streams, but the word streams comes to my mind, but I don't want to say streams, but other things that reflect to our children how they should act, how they should respond, and they take cues from that as well. It's not all, but influential wise, we want to be the mainstay. We want to be the primary and the priority influencer. So how do we do that? We'll have some discussion about that. What do you guys think about that? How do you go about being the primary or priority influencer in your child's life? That's a great topic. How do you go about that? And I'm going to have to write that down. So we can talk about that and discuss it. And I can share my thoughts, and hopefully you will share yours with me, and we can have a conversation about it, right? But we want to try to be the primary and priority influencer in our child's lives, because there's so much out there. We want to emulate positivity. As the video that I posted yesterday went over, we want to emulate positivity and kindness and rational ways of talking things out, instead of flying off the handle, punching people in the face, dragging people down the street, pulling out our own hair, setting things on fire. We don't want to act like that. We don't want to act like that. We want to pass on positive traits of talking things out or handling things in a rational way that does not have to that law enforcement does not have to be involved, right? That the people in the neighborhood, your neighbors, don't have to be involved in, I don't know, holding you down or trying to restrain you and things like that. We don't want things to get erratic and out of control. So those are some things and some ways that lack of emotion control can bring into your life. So it is imperative for us and behooves us to practice having emotional control, having control over our emotions, not acting like things aren't what they are, but dealing with them, coping with them in a way that is beneficial and calm, that will bring peace and resolution to the situation instead of it erupting, disrupting, and causing all kinds of malice, discord, and all of these other things in our lives. So that was the tidbit for today. I'm going to leave you guys, and I hope and encourage you to subscribe to my page, to like my channel, subscribe to my channel, like my channel, touch that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time a video is uploaded, just like this, filled with some goody tips. And I hope that they work well for you, give you something to at least think about, chew on, and maybe comment about. Let me know what you think, what works for you. You think it's all hogwash? I don't care about that. Hey, maybe you don't, but many of us do. Many of us have challenges in these areas, so it is very beneficial for us to talk them out, to find some resolution, especially to know that you're not alone. That's what one of the very big reasons is, to let you know that you're not alone, that sometimes we feel abnormal. I talk to myself, or these things are hurting me in this way. People, whatever the case may be, I don't have emotion control, whatever that thing may be. You're not alone. Many people, many of us, I was once one. I now have emotion control, and I'm so thankful and grateful for that. So I didn't go through all of that. All of the things that I've gone through wasn't for nothing, and neither are the things that you go through either. So sharing the tips that I've learned along the way is what I like to do, and helps to gives me pleasure, and gives me some peace, and gives me a semblance of who I am and why I'm here. And I love it. So let's see, financial tip. I was thinking earlier today, and I already said to put your one financial tip, a good one, is to put your payments of your bills on automatic pay. Another one would be not concerning bills, and whatever other financial tips or anything like that you guys like to know about or hear more about, let me know. Comment. Let me know. Send me an email, trinaw@awesomegodradio.com. Let me know your thoughts. But another tidbit, and it was sitting right on the top of my brain. You ever had that happen? And now it's gone. But when we are, fraud is alive. It's very much alive right now, and my husband and I, we have encountered that within the last 30 days or so. It was probably been less than that, but it is important to, and I don't want to be a stalker over my bank account. I can't stand that. But looking at your bank account, your online bank account, going over it every day just to ensure that nothing crazy is going on is a great tip. Not to be a stalker over your money and things like that, but just to go over it to ensure that people aren't misusing and misrepresenting you, that don't have your number and just going out buying all of this stuff. And call the bank as soon as possible. Call the bank. You have fraudulent purchases or whatever on your account, on your card, call the bank or the credit card service, let them know, shut it down. Miku has a Miku Cards app. You can shut your card down, which I find very great. I didn't have it at the time when I needed it, but now I do have it. So if I should ever need it again, it will be there to use. So that's a tidbit. That's a financial tidbit for you that I wanted to share every single day. I want to try to share a financial tip or something like that. So if there are any other things that you'd like to discuss or you'd like to know about, please let me know. Comment. I like the information to be useful. To at least one person. That would be awesome. So I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Subscribe to my channel. Hey, take a look at the Surrender to Love presents Jesus Always devotional devotionals that are right here on the YouTube channel. And you guys have a great and blessed day. I'll chat with you later. Bye. Let's see if my button will work. Button.